What's going on? We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. We up in this thing, man. Halftime, Lakers in Portland. But Twitter was going crazy earlier. Chris Webber was trending, and it was nothing but atrocious comments about his play-by-play commentating on the game. And I said it last year, man. I can't stomach Chris Webber on the mic. I'm from Detroit, man, and love all Detroiters, but Chris Webber might be the worst play-by-play commentator of all time. I enjoy Steve Kerr on there. I mean, Reggie Miller seemed like he kind of, one of my favorite players of all time. He eyed on there sometime, but nobody, I'd rather take Bill Walton, man. For people who young enough to remember when the Lakers was making runs and Bill Walton was on there, throw it down, big fella, throw it down. I take Bill Walton, man. I swear, I take Bill Walton before I continue to listen to Chris Webber, okay? I take Bill Simmons calling play-by-play. And, we all hate Bill Simmons. You know what I'm saying? I remember the guy used to work with Jalen Rose, and he's from Boston. I can't stand him, but I take him calling the basketball game over Chris Webber. Chris Webber is just such, he got a whole cucumber up his butt when he called games. He just be trying to be so proper and so uppity, Huxtable ass fool calling games, man. Just let it go, man. Let the hood out, just a little bit, man. You from the hood, let the hood out. He sound like, he Uncle Phil or something, bro. Like he from Bel Air. Like he one of them dudes that went to Bel Air Academy, man. It's like, and it's hard, it's a love fest. He trying to remain objective to everybody because he don't want nobody to be mad at him. He's called JaVale McGee one of the best players in the world. Like, where? He having a good game, but he ain't even one of the best players on his team. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people get tired of just his voice, his style, his stilo on the mic, man. I said it all last year, man. It comes to a point like HBO boxing, ESPN boxing, when they call fights, I just put my headphones on, listen to music. And I enjoy basketball commentary by Mark Jackson, sometimes Jeff Van Gundy, it depends. But, but Chris Webber, he absolutely takes the cake. I think Doris Burke is the best. Say what you want to say. I enjoy Doris Burke's, her style, her swag on the mic. I enjoy her IQ. She's one of my favorite people to listen to on the mic. Most definitely. I like Steve Kerr when he was on the mic. He was very, very relaxed. Never high, never too high, never too low. But Chris Webber, come on, man. They got to do better. They got to put Chris Webber back in the studio. Only way it get worse than Chris Webber is put non-talking Shaq and non-talking Charles Barkley up there. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you can get worse. You could swap him off for Kenny, or I don't know, get him through Area 451 or 81, whatever it's called, and let KG call the game. But, obviously it ain't translate like that for him, like from Hooper to calling game. He was extremely a better Hooper than he is calling games. You know what I'm saying? He's top 10, never again. You don't want to hear him. He making Marv Albert look bad. Marv Albert, I ain't got to see the shit that's going on Twitter, man. It's the most comical thing in the world, bro. And at the end of the day, man, it's real, man. It's real. Maybe he's just a good company, man, where they like Chris Webber, or maybe he meets their criteria for guys call games, but I can't take it. I put my headphones on all day, every day before I listen to him, and that's just the God honest truth. The God honest truth. It ain't like he don't know the game. I wouldn't even lie and say that. He knows the game. You know what I'm saying? You just look at this. I'm just going through the tweets, man. He says, Chris Webber just says JaVale McGee is one of the best players in the world. I hope my ninja gets strep throat, bro. Somebody wished him strep throat so they ain't got to hear him. Chris Webber, corny as a mug, effing up a good dunk with this trash commentary. I'm going to keep going. Look at the ability to shoot threes beyond the arc. Where else do you shoot threes from, Chris Webber? Watch the itch on mute the rest of the way. And somebody on Twitter, another guy, did Chris Webber really just say that Money only wants threes and twos? Or Morey just only wants threes and twos? What else is there? I guess Morey is a coach, whatever. Chris Webber sound like a moron. Let me introduce myself 2 times. Chris Webber got to get fired. Ninja acting like a groupie. Another one. Okay, we're going to keep going out here. Chris Webber really out here equating the Lions fandom to the difficulty of navigating the Western Conference. Chris Webber, another one. Chris Webber questioning pundits that said the Lakers will win it all. Name names. I haven't heard nobody say it. Lake Show. Another Chris Webber. I hear all the pundits talking about how the Lakers are going to win the championship this year. I listen and read a lot about the NBA, and I don't know anyone picking the Lakers to win the 2019 championship. Somebody turn Chris Webber mic off. Laugh my ass off. My guy Chris Webber is bad. Man, Chris Webber is the worst TV guy all of sports where I can't imagine anyone being worse. You know, Chris Webber equal to Jason Witten. Jason Witten from the Cowboys now calls Monday Night TV. We're going to read a couple more. Chris Webber is terrible, almost as bad as Matt Harpering. Remember, Chris Webber is calling the game. Mute with Lil Yachty doing this. Last one. I think I'm here for a world where Chris Webber can only express enthusiasm by yelling Jay-Z lyrics. Now, those was just some of them, man. It's plenty more. Obviously, most people believe Chris Webber is the worst in all of sports. He is rivaled, I think close by Timothy Bradley on ESPN and the entire HBO cast, other than Roy Jones for people that listen to boxing. But I think, Chris Webber, he ain't trying to ruffle no sweat feathers. He just need to, but unbutton his suit, unbutton his top button of his shirt and just be himself. He's trying to be on there and be an uppity individual and not let his nuts hang and be himself. You know what I'm saying? I think it's good for Chris Webber to be himself. Don't try to be all uppity and be uptight. Just be Chris Webber and call the game. I mean, I'm pretty sure Chris Webber coming from Detroit, he got some type of swag in there left, man. He bagged Tyra Banks. So it's some swag in there, man. He was part of the Fab Five when they wore black socks and long baggy pants. They innovated that. Black Nikes. You know what I'm saying? He got swag, so it's time for him to let it loose, man. But, do these TV people listen and read these comments about Chris Webber? Will they critique him, whatever? Or this is what they want from Chris Webber? And all the great games come on TNT too during the week, on Thursday in particular. I mean, like I said, the only way it can get worse if Shaq or non-talking Shaq or non-talking Charles Barkley call games. If I was them, I'd swap Chris Webber for Kenny and Jet Smith. But I know Kenny Jet Smith probably just like being in Atlanta once a week and going back home to New York or wherever he live at. And I know he's going through a divorce right now, but this is out of control, man. I said it all last year. I didn't know so many people felt as strongly about Chris Webber on the mic as I did, but I guess I'm not the only one that feels that way about C-Web. People saying hitting the mute button. It's atrocious. Very, very atrocious. I can't think of nobody that's worse. I mean, the worst in basketball that I hear is obviously Chris Webber and Jeff Van Gundy. I'm kind of tired of hearing Jeff Van Gundy. I don't even know how he ever coached basketball. Who would follow his little nerdy self? But those are 2 words I could think of. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'd rather have Bill Walton back, man. Throw it down, big fella. Throw it down. Throw it down, big fella. Yeah, man. He used to get on my nerves, but Bill Walton had his own song and his own swag. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this just ain't working right now for us, man. I mean, they need to make a vital switch and get somebody in there that could do this, man. And Jason Witten is bad, but I give him the benefit of the doubt. This is his first time on TV. He got to get comfortable with it. Tony Romo found this swag on CBS. I like listening to Tony Romo. He has some little rough moments in the beginning, but very, very insightful. Like Tony Romo calling games, but Jason Witten, he got a ways to go. But Chris Webber, it ain't no reviving his career, bro. Chris Webber need to go coach ball or sit in the studio with Shaq and Kenny and them, in my opinion. But It is what it is. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You want to make a donation to PayPal, link is in the description as well as those links. If you want a video request, you can DM me at any social media or a question. Appreciate everybody. Shout out to the Lions Den basketball community.